Once upon a time, in a distant land, there existed a kingdom ruled by King Cedric, a stern and unyielding monarch. In this kingdom, the divide between the rich and the poor was as vast as the oceans themselves. The wealthy lived in opulent palaces, surrounded by luxuries beyond imagination, while the poor struggled to put food on the table and find shelter from the harsh elements. King Cedric had a peculiar belief that being poor was a sign of laziness and incompetence. He saw the poor as burdens on the kingdom's resources and believed they were responsible for their own misfortunes. To reinforce this belief, he devised a series of punitive measures aimed at punishing those who were impoverished. The most infamous of these measures was the debtor's gauntlet. Anyone found unable to pay their debts, regardless of the circumstances that led them to this point, was sentenced to walk through the town's bustling marketplace wearing a heavy iron gauntlet on their dominant hand. This gauntlet served as a mark of shame, a visible symbol of their poverty. The individual would be subjected to jeers and scorn from the wealthy citizens, while the king's guards ensured they completed the humiliating walk. Another cruel punishment was the tax stone. The poorest households were required to place a large stone outside their homes, symbolizing their inability to pay the exorbitant taxes imposed by the king. This stone acted as a grim reminder of their poverty, and was often used by wealthier citizens to mock and belittle the less fortunate. Despite the growing discontent among the poor, there seemed to be no end to King Cedric's oppressive measures. The rich grew richer while the poor spiraled further into despair. But within the shadows of this bleak kingdom, a group of compassionate individuals began to secretly organize and plot for change. Led by a kind-hearted blacksmith named Alara, this group worked tirelessly to raise awareness about the unjust punishments and treatment of the poor. They spread messages of unity and solidarity among the downtrodden, inspiring hope even in the darkest corners of the kingdom. As whispers of dissent grew louder, even reaching the ears of the king's advisors, King Cedric faced a choice. He could either continue down the path of cruelty, ignoring the voices of the oppressed, or he could open his eyes to the suffering he had caused. In a surprising turn of events, a chance encounter with Alara led to a conversation that forever changed King Cedric's perspective. Alara shared stories of hardship, of families torn apart by poverty, and of individuals who worked tirelessly but still could not escape its clutches. The king listened, his heart softened by the tales of struggle he had never truly comprehended before. Realizing the error of his ways, King Cedric made a radical decision. He abolished the punitive measures aimed at punishing the poor, vowing to work towards a fairer and more equal kingdom. He initiated reforms that provided better access to education, health care, and opportunities for the disadvantaged. The tax stone and the debtor's gauntlet were removed, and the people felt a glimmer of hope for a better future. The story of the kingdom of King Cedric serves as a reminder that empathy and understanding can bridge the gap between the privileged and the underprivileged. It shows that even the harshest beliefs can be transformed when one is willing to listen and learn from those they have wronged. And so, the kingdom began its journey towards healing, leaving behind the days of punishment for being poor and embracing a new era of compassion and equality.